Hello, hello, hello.
Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. Yeah,
Welcome
sure.
back.
Podcast.
Yeah, sure.
Wanna chat?
Yeah, sure. So sick.
Today we're gonna talk about a topic that I should not be talking about.
Me neither, actually.
No, at least you.
I'm a fake. I'm a fraud.
It's so funny. Over the week, we've been kind of going back and forth with somebody on one of our shorts.
Yeah.
They didn't answer you back, eh?
They didn't, no.
Yeah, we knew that it wouldn't go like that. But anyways, it made me laugh because we actually don't know what we're talking about. None of the stuff we say or talk about here is because we want you to follow us, like follow in our footsteps. If anything, you should not.
Take this lightly. We're just, we want to talk to people and we want to talk to you guys.
Yeah.
Can you excuse me for 1 second?
Where are you going?
Put on a hat.
Oh, you don't like your hair? James did his hair, but he doesn't like it, so he's putting on a hat. So yeah, don't take things too seriously. For instance, when we talk about homeschooling and saying that, like James was like, "Oh, homeschool kids are strange. They have like weird expectations of the world and blah blah blah." Obviously, we don't mean every single one.
Yeah, like it's not a full on.
Yeah.
Like we actually, you know what? And in that moment, we didn't. I'm trying to get comfortable here. We stated both sides. It was a very unbiased approach.
That's true.
But it was ended up being all right in the end.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
So these are the, I think, interactions that personally I've always liked, because like when you talk to people and they see your point and you see their point, then there's no real like war about it, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah.
Unfortunately, the guy didn't see my point, but someone else did.
Someone else did who became our subscriber.
Yeah. Thank you.
Hi.
Appreciate it.
Hope you're back this week.
Are truly the best.
So if you haven't already, subscribe to our YouTube channel at Tina and James. If you're watching us, then you know. And, you know, follow us, listen to us on any podcast, Yeah, Sure podcast.
Exactly. Yeah, Sure podcast. And we stream on all the platforms, all the good ones, all the bad ones.
Yeah, exactly.
The only thing we don't stream on is the dark web.
Oh my gosh. So what are we talking about today?
So today is kind of I don't know, I want to say ironic, but we're going to talk a little bit like about fitness.
Yeah.
Because for me personally, I'm kind of heading up this conversation because I've had this question asked a lot. Because I'm around a lot of people who go to the gym and care about fitness and stuff like that, they always say, "What do you do for fitness? What do you do? How do you stay fit?" and all this stuff. And I have the worst diet. Like, I'm the worst person to ask about that.
Before we go on, I would like for you to think about your diet and maybe like try to fix it, because you're only getting older, and you know, as like someone who is in my life, like I want you to care about that, you know. Same with me, of course, but I feel like I have a lot more vegetables and fruits than you.
You do.
But you drink more water than me, so maybe we can balance each other out.
I drink quite a bit of water.
Yeah, you do.
I drink quite a bit of pop
I
too,
don't get thirsty
soda
at all.
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know how you survive.
Maybe it's all the fruits and vegetables.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Could be.
So, and a little bit of background in terms of like fitness. I am not an athletic person, or I never cared about sports. I swam when I was a kid.
Correction, actually, Tina's very athletic.
I always say that wrong.
She's very athletic. She just has never played sports, but everything. I took her snowboarding, picked it up. We played 2-on-2 basketball against a couple of people.
Beat them.
Smashed them. Tina was always open for the cuts.
So I am genetically, I guess I'm athletic. I've just never really been into sports or any kind of fitness other than like just playing outside as a kid and swimming and like whatever, playing just different
sports as a kid.
As a kid, yeah. I never pursued it. Like in high school, I played volleyball, basketball, but not after school, just for gym because I had to.
You weren't really an avid gym goer either?
Never. And, you know, I wish I did, but I was never into it. So
that's okay.
That's my background. James, I would say, is the opposite.
So, yeah, I have a very extreme background. Both of us, we should say that we're both very blessed genetically.
Yeah.
We're very, very fortunate that, we don't, suffer from any kind of weight gains with the excessive food that we do eat,
Yeah. True.
So I just want to put that out there. It's
And
not
we're
something that we're
healthy.
trying to ignore. I'm not going to,
Yeah.
we're not going to say the things we're about to say and then be like, oh yeah, but we're also like, it's also genetics. Like it is too, but like,
Yeah.
we
it
don't want to
definitely plays
represent
a part.
ourselves as we did all this hard work to get there when basically our genetics have done half of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
Yeah. For sure.
but yeah, my background is like very, very athletic. I was like forced into competitive swimming at
As
a young
kid,
age.
Yeah.
And the only reason I stayed in it, which I'll bring back to this point later on, is that there was a guy there who was completely ripped. Like he was in such good shape. And I was like, whoa, like, and I asked the coach, I'm like, can I look like that if I continue to do this? And he's like, well, yeah, maybe, but probably, and I was like, sign me up,
So you did it for looks.
I did it. Yeah. Cause I was like, yo, this guy's like, as a kid, you play with like action figures, the G.I. Joes and stuff like that. I saw them. I'm like, yo, cool. Yeah, he was cut, like cut chest,
It's crazy.
Yeah. It was like, so that was kind of my motivation because there was nothing else that made me want to be there.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, I swam competitive. I was 0.3 off Olympic qualifying times for the 50-meter free, but I chose not to pursue that because I was barely going to make that time,
And life was different for you.
Life was different for me. It was too much work for such little gain. I would have liked to pursue that if I could have, but didn't work out that way. I'm not sad about it.
You've also played basketball. You've played American football.
Football. Every sport, basically.
Yeah. Frisbee.
Frisbee.
You've played everything, really.
Almost
soccer,
everything, yeah.
now you play with my brothers.
Yeah.
Before that,
I played
did
soccer
you play
a little
it?
bit, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I played soccer with my brothers because like everybody played soccer, And then most times I was their referee. So I didn't play
you probably
that
called
much.
it in favor of your brothers too.
No, it was between them two.
Oh. Who did you favor?
Nima all the time. Because and I wouldn't get along.
Oh man, that's awesome. Yeah, so I have quite a athletic background. So I like to keep an active I like to keep an active lifestyle. I can't help but do it.
Your job is also very active.
My job is very active.
You move and like carry things, go up and down. Like it's really active actually.
So so basically
and then mine is like not active, but not too, it's not office work either. It's kind of in between.
I wouldn't say your job is active at all.
No, it's not active, but it's not office work where I'm sitting down the whole time. I'm actually walking around the classroom. You know what I mean?
Was it sedentary lifestyle?
Yeah.
Work style? Or
Static?
Static? I don't know. I thought it was sedentary. Sedentary?
It sounds
this
like
is what we're talking
sanitary.
About, right? Sanitary.
Yeah, so that's our background.
Yeah, so what I'll start with is that some of the guys that I'd work with, they're very fit guys. Like they love the gym and they work out quite a bit. Some of them had asked, what do you do and all this stuff. And I've done the bare minimum. I go hard, but I don't push it as hard as I could go. I could literally go 75% harder. The reason why I don't is because I actually hate going to the gym. I don't hate it. I really don't like it. If I didn't have to, I probably wouldn't go.
Yeah.
I just like it better than doing workouts at home.
Really? You prefer it?
Yeah, I do. And the only reason is...
That's good.
The only reason I actually work out is because when I was a swimmer, I built a good foundation. I built a good base.
Yeah.
And that, I want to keep that,
Right.
So
and it comes back like that.
Exactly. Right. So the one thing I was trying to tell people and tell these guys, sorry, I got these rough nails right now. They're really bad. I just scratched Tina. What I was telling these guys is I said, from my experience, what I've learned is that it's easier to bounce back than it is to like build. That initial building part when I was a swimmer and I had to go through all of that, especially at a young age, I think it's easier. When it's older, it's still really hard.
It's really hard when you're older.
Yeah, exactly. Because you now you have to battle like scheduling and mental and meal prep and all
Also,
this stuff,
your
right?
metabolism and
Yeah, your metabolism
yeah.
too, right? I said if you can build a base as fast as you can, if you can sacrifice a year, maybe 2 years, right? Whatever it takes for you to get to the place that you want to be at,
Yeah.
right? Get there, and then always you have a reference point to go back to. Now your body actually has muscle memory to fall back to, because that stuff doesn't just disappear. All that hard work doesn't just go away when you stop. Sure, you take a break and you're like, oh shoot, but mentally you're gonna be like, man, I liked when I was at that stage.
Yeah.
So now you have a reference point to get to, and you know how hard you need to work to get there. And I'm telling you, it should be less.
Yeah.
It should be less work to get back to that, because the hardest point is getting to that plateau, right? Or that stage, and then setting it.
And of course, you're not talking about people who like gain weight really quickly, and
Yeah. This is
like maybe we're talking about normal.
it's like generic advice.
Yeah, it's generic.
It's not.
And like by no means we're telling you do this and you're gonna be fit. No.
Yeah,
This
no.
episode is not about us telling you if you do this. If I can say in general what we want to talk about today is that it's just gonna be different for everybody.
Exactly.
So keep that in mind as you listen to people or follow people for fitness. It's just different for everyone.
Yeah, everybody has their own physique. Their body responds to different things. And the thing that kind of inspired this conversation is that I was like actually really happy to see it, because I know she's always like, you're not huge on like fitness at all,
I don't really like it.
but it's there in the back of your mind,
I
like,
want to stay healthy.
she wants to stay healthy. You don't want to, nobody wants to lose like a frame that they're comfortable with.
Exactly. Yeah.
Everybody's like, so many times I've heard people say like, oh man, when I was this age, I looked like this. Nobody wants to lose that.
Yeah.
So I think that's where Tina's motivation comes from, is just kind of maintain that.
Yeah.
And then, so she's tried like tons of workouts all the time. When we were about to get married, you were doing the 7-minute ab or whatever.
No, that one was like a 22-minute like all body workout, and it was like with 5 pound weights.
Yeah.
Or 5 kilo. What are they usually?
5 pounds.
Pounds. Yeah. So, I did that one before we got married, and because I was skinnier, I was a lot skinnier, I think.
She was a skinny legend.
Yeah. I got toned really quickly when I did it like 2 months before our wedding or something, just that summer.
Yeah. And then
after our wedding, I did a 7-minute ab workout. Like I tried to do it every day, but I didn't.
Yeah.
And then there was like a 7-minute full body workout. It's an app, it's free. I did that one for a long time. So because
you didn't really gain much off that though.
No.
Some of those, like there's a period where you didn't like, you wanted to be like you wanted to see more results.
Yeah, I wanted to
right?
get back to like how skinny I used to be, and I liked it. I was comfortable. Like I never really felt uncomfortable in my clothes until a stage of my life where I was curvier and I wasn't used to it. And I didn't like the attention. Personally, I'm not the type of girl who likes attention from like for my body. Like I don't need that from people. I don't want it. No thanks. So when I did get curvy, it was like uncomfortable for me. Yeah. So I would wear more like baggier clothes because I didn't want people to stare at me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
yeah, you went through that phase. This chair is so loud, eh?
Yeah, I don't know. Are you tap dancing underneath there? Like, why are your feet going like this though?
I'm really cramped in here.
You want me to move?
No, continue.
So yeah, I think like I tried different things. The only thing I can say that I actually enjoyed was boxing. I enjoyed boxing a lot because like, you get your anger out, like frustration.
What's your anger from, huh?
Definitely you. No, I'm kidding. But like if you're like just frustrated, even let's say you're driving and you're like, and I was driving to boxing, then it's like I punch. This is a new girl reference. So yeah, I enjoyed boxing for sure. But I had to try so many different ways of like HIIT workouts, this dance app, walk the weight off, so many different things. Like I have a walking pad. And then I heard about like the 30-minute uphill walk where you do it for 30 minutes at like speed of 4, but on uphill like 8 or 11, or it's tough.
Very steep incline.
But like it helps. And then it would hurt my knees or my back. And you know what I mean? Like,
as you get older,
yeah,
these extreme things really start to affect your body, especially like extreme shocks and stuff like that.
Yeah, like I go to bed now, like I go to bed, I'm fine. I lay down and my back hurts if I lay down in the wrong way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like you have to watch what you're doing, I guess, throughout the day. If I'm like sitting down a lot, then my back hurts more. If I'm moving, then no, it doesn't.
Yeah, I think like what was really cool to see is Tina started this wall Pilates thing.
Yeah, Instagram ads got me.
Yeah, but it's literally the shortest thing. It's like I don't think your longest workout's like past half an hour.
It's not. The longest is half an hour. It started with like 13 minutes.
Yeah, and she's getting like so much like definition and shape, and it's only been a month, and I was like,
yeah,
it's like it's exactly what I always had thought in my head and felt. It's like you just have to continually keep sticking. And this goes for anything, especially like, let's say YouTube and Instagram and stuff like that. Yeah. You just have to keep sticking to your goal of finding what works for you.
And then what you enjoy.
And then it will all come together, right? Because now she gets up, no problem. I'm going to say not every morning. It's like, yeah, let's do the workout. Like,
yeah, and I don't do it every day.
But you do it most mornings.
Most mornings.
I wake up
5 days out of it.
Yeah.
4 or 5 days.
Some days I'm waking up at 6 a.m. and she's already crushing that workout. I'm like,
because I do it in our bedroom and
no regard for me.
No.
I don't even really wake up. I woke up naturally.
Yeah. Or you're up and we're talking during it. But what I really enjoyed about it is that it's helping my back, because Pilates is a lot of stretching too. So it's kind of like yoga, but with a little bit of lunges and whatever, crunches and things like that. So yeah, I guess you've seen that like I'm actually doing it, and I mean it's been only 30 days.
Yeah.
And I haven't done it 30 days like straight. So I do it 4 or 5 times a week. And then but before that, when we started to go to the gym 3 times a week, our minimum was 3, and then we never went more than that. Remember?
No, we never.
Before our trips this summer, we couldn't. You were busy.
Yeah.
So when we did go, I saw a change in my body.
Yeah.
My legs, like in pictures in Yosemite, I was like, oh, I have calves, So
yeah, you have to find that thing that works for you. Like for me now, I used to do so much. Like I used to go to the gym a lot, like, and I would still go a lot. Now, as I'm finding I'm in my mid 30s, like body weight, I do still do some weights, but I never lift heavy.
Yeah.
Like lifting heavy is probably the dumbest thing in my opinion. And that's just my opinion. You can lift heavy if you want. Cool. Yeah. I'm proud of you.
Just be careful.
Be careful. Lifting heavy, the risk versus reward is not worth it in my opinion.
Yeah.
And the one thing that actually really, I used to breakdance a lot. And this opened my eyes like this was the biggest eye opener. If you cannot handle your body weight and you can't lift your body weight, you shouldn't even be benching or doing squats with heavy weights. Like get your own weight down and then start using weights. Cause like how do you stabilize that? You know what I mean? I was watching this guy. I wish I could remember the names of these people that I watch. It's just like these certain clips.
Yeah.
You know, those short clips that validate your thoughts.
The algorithm hears, like your phone hears you and gives you those motivations.
Those motivations, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he's saying like people who like when you don't balance it out with like, you know, body weight or like those stabilizing strengthening exercises, you know, and then you're just lifting weights, you're getting yourself prone to injury, right? Because you're imbalancing your body. So it's like, yeah, sure, weights are important, but also body weight stuff is very crucial.
Yeah.
And I'm finding as I'm older, that's what's actually keeping me healthier, because it's contributing to like more stabilizing, more like motion. It's keeping everything like active, lubed up, functioning instead of just like
your
these
bones.
motions.
Yeah. It's not hurting your bones or like doing anything. Yeah. I think, we've both kind of hit a spot with fitness where we found kind of what's working for us and we don't have to kill ourselves. Like when we go to the gym together, usually the friends that James has at the gym, because now I go to his gym. I never used to go to the gym. I would just work out at home. They tell him, "You guys are done already?"
Always. Yep. That's it. We go as hard as we can in the 40 minutes, like supersetting everything. Supersetting meaning like doing back-to-back exercises.
Yeah. And would you say that I don't even think it's that hardcore? I would.
It's
For
not
me,
hardcore.
it's not.
It's just very steady. Well, you could push a little more if you wanted.
No, I mean I've done workouts at home that are much more difficult and hardcore than
Yeah,
that.
it's just different because when we go to the gym, it's like there's more weights involved and you don't really work out the same.
It's like it's not HIIT, it's lifting.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's supersets, I guess. Yeah.
But it's like important. The thing, the moral of all of this is that, you know, it's like how I compared myself to that guy. So that guy that I looked up to in swimming.
Yeah.
If we can go back to that, now he's lost it all.
For real?
Because he didn't keep on it, right? He didn't maintain the base that he built.
Do you think if he was to go back, he would gain it quickly?
I think where he's at now, he's kind of lost. I think he could snap back. Yeah, I think
like
it
maybe
could.
a couple of years.
I think in a year.
That's still pretty good.
2 years. I don't know. Maybe he could be 6 months.
We're just
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. But he's like, I've seen him and it's like, man, what happened? Like you're what I looked up to, you know? Not in a bad way. I didn't say it. I was just thinking in my head. I didn't tell him that. That would make him feel like crap.
Yeah.
Imagine.
What happened to you, man?
Yeah.
You look so bad.
You were my goal, man. But yeah, you have to maintain it. But if you have that base, it just makes it easier. You know, it's easier to maintain that.
Yeah.
And it's all about mental health. Like it all comes down to it. Like if you're like burning yourself out to look a certain way, that seems like an imbalance.
Yeah,
you know?
like are you enjoying your life? We were just talking to my cousin and she was telling us and we were having this conversation with her, and it's like it's so important to listen to your body and know that 10 years ago when I used to do this, it was way different. And then for women, they get pregnant and after pregnancy is so different, right?
Yeah.
During pregnancy, it's different. Like it's hard, but if you stay maybe healthy, and you know what the most annoying thing used to be for me, and it still is today, is like, yeah, you have to find what you love. And it's like hard, man, when you don't enjoy activities that are like physical.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I enjoy hiking because it has to do with beautiful mountains and trees and flowers and birds.
That's the funny thing. Actually continue your thoughts. I'll share it after.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, it's frustrating. So I understand. I'm on that side with you. To find what you love takes time. And even now, I can't even sit here and tell you I love Pilates so much. Like I found what I was looking for. No, it's not fun to get up and early morning and do that. But after, I feel great. And I try to remember that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those things, that part about working out is what you hold on to. I know my limit is like when I try to like feel like a muscle or flex something that I have and I can't really feel any movement.
There? Yeah.
I'm like, man, I got to get back. I got to go.
Yeah.
Again. Like right now, I'm kind of at that point.
Right now?
Yeah.
We've kind of been starting back like
and
once,
every time we
twice
start
week.
back, I just do legs. So my legs are doing good, but nothing else up here is where I want it to be. I think
you were gonna say something when I was talking about.
Oh, it's funny because Tina, coming from like a very, I don't know, she doesn't have.
I'm not active.
She's not very active, but we would do like 26K hikes, like no problem, and she'd just be in the back, just like she just did it. It's pretty dope.
Yeah, I never like.
You never gave up.
I never gave up.
Except for that last one.
I would give up.
No, you never gave up.
It's not give up where I wouldn't do it. I would just be like, oh my God, this is so hard. Like I would take breaks.
That's not giving up.
Yeah, I didn't give up. Last time, when we were in Andorra, I was looking up at this mountain. I'm like, because here's the thing. We've hiked the most difficult hikes without knowing it's the most difficult, because James is like, yeah, I heard it's like a 20-minute hike and you get to this lake. I'm speaking about Lake Serapis. It's in north of Italy. And it's like not 20 minutes. It's like 4 hours in total. And it's really hard, really, really hard. And we had no water, nothing. Remember the first time?
Yeah, but I was misled.
True. We were like looking into blogs.
I showed
and
you
stuff.
the blog that it
Yeah.
said that 20 minutes off the road.
Yeah, maybe they just stopped halfway or something. I don't know.
Missing a couple zeros on that minute.
Yeah. So this time in Andorra, I looked at the mountain. I was like, there's no way this is an easy hike. So James was like, literally, you were begging me. She's like, come on, let's go. I'm like, nope. Today was supposed to be a picnic, nice, like fun day. I'm not going to hike this mountain. I'm tired. And like for some reason, I think the elevation in Andorra was like different for us. We were tired for the whole trip.
It was I think it's the highest capital in Europe.
Yeah.
I believe. So the elevation is higher. Like it was kind of, I kept getting altitude headaches. It was pretty annoying.
We had headaches every day. Like it was difficult. So anyways, James is like, fine, I'm going to go and see how bad
I ran up this steep part and like I kept going. And then there was like certain parts I realized I'm like, okay, I'm using like my hands and feet. Like I was almost on all fours. And I got up there and I was like, I got up to this place and it looked like the summit, but it was like a false summit. So there's like a whole other section behind it. And I was like,
and probably more.
Yeah, she's not going to be
You
down
were
with
happy.
this.
You were happy I didn't come. He came back. He's like, yeah, I'm glad I didn't force you to do that.
It would have been so bad.
Yeah, because I would have been
You
complaining
would have been pissed.
the whole time. And then we get to the beautiful viewpoint and I'm like, oh my God, take a picture.
Yeah. And then it's just,
let's have our sandwiches.
yeah. I love the meme where it shows like that you'd put in all this work just to get somewhere to eat a sandwich.
Yeah, it's that guy. What's his name? Pascal? Pedro Pascal. He's like having his grilled cheese. That's literally us. Ooh, but don't you miss the fruits?
I do.
Soon. I think we're going to go to Portugal soon.
Yeah, guys. So, listen, whatever you do.
Eat healthy, number one.
I can't say that because I eat
No, you
terrible.
Should. You know what I mean? You can't. You can say it. You can say, I'm going to try.
I'd rather not say things that I don't do, you know?
He just downed a big bag of dumplings.
I ate 24 dumplings.
Yo, I told him leave me one. Because I wanted to taste it. He ate the whole thing.
I wasn't even full. That's the only thing I ate today, though. That's the only thing I've had to eat. And
I have walnuts out. I bought bread. Like, there's things that you can snack on before you go. If I make, James, if I cut up fruits and I hard-boiled eggs ready to go peeled.
And feed it to me, I'll eat it. No,
yeah, that's not. But if I have it all, he will eat before he goes. He just needs it to be ready. Like, he won't make it for himself.
Because
unless it's the weekend.
I usually get up and then, just kind of go.
Yeah. So try to like eat healthy. A lot of people try intermittent fasting. I've tried it. It's kind of been a lifestyle now, but I don't keep it like it's not strict.
Yeah, I don't really know like the research in it. And I don't know how it is for like some people. Like even like certain diets is crazy because like my one friend, he found out he had high blood pressure and cholesterol. And he was about to go on keto, which would have like really done damage to him. So it's like, it's crazy, these extreme diets. The best I actually ever felt was on keto. I remember that the first time I did keto. That was
the second time? It was like one day.
The second time? No, it was 2 weeks. And I was freaking out. I was snapped. She's like, man, you just go break this, man. What are you doing?
I brought out all the carbs. I was like, just start eating carbs. You're so annoying and moody and like snappy. And then he's like, he ate all the chips and bread and he was so happy.
Yeah.
It goes to show how addicted we are to like sugar and carbs, right?
Yeah.
It's crazy. Moral of the podcast. Find something you like. You don't have to kill yourself at the gym. You don't have to go on all these like, supplements are good in some cases if they're good for you, but pre-workouts,
take them.
Yeah, pre-workouts, like just watch what you're doing to get healthy. Sometimes you can get healthy without all this stuff.
I don't take anything.
Especially when you're young.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. You need to just everything within balance, listen to your body.
Yeah.
I think anything extreme is going to be, you're going to get extreme results, like especially in extreme, what are they, side effects for your body, right?
Yeah.
Because like you're doing extreme lifting, it's going to wear and tear. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So just find that balance. And it's all relative to like your age. your age and everything. But everybody's body, I'm sure of this. And I don't think I even really need to do too much research on this to back this fact up. But everybody's body's going to respond differently to a certain exercise. You just have to keep digging for it.
Some people love like cardio works for them. Like I never thought if I lift, like not even heavy, just lift a little bit, it's going to work for me. I never thought that because like I find lifting so boring, and it is. But when I'm with James, it's fine. We're talking to each other. It goes by fast. So you have to find what's going to work for you. We also swam one winter together. Remember?
Yeah, we did swimming.
Like 5:30 in the morning.
Yeah, you did it. I admire that because that's one of the worst things you can do in the morning.
And it was in the winter, you guys. It was cold.
Such a good wake up, though.
Okay, I don't need it. I get up fine. We did that like for a couple of months, like 2-3 months. Like I didn't see any results from that.
No, see, I did.
Instantly. Yeah, he would instantly puff up, right?
Yeah.
But for me, it was just a good way to get my heart rate up.
Which is crazy because swimming is so hard, like so intense on the body and it pushes.
Yeah,
your body, so and then nothing, and then she's doing these wall plies with these little stretches, and then she's like
squats. No, I'm just toned. I feel like I'm toned. But here's another thing before we go. I'll say is when I was feeling curvy, when I was feeling a little bit curvier, and I wanted to go back to how I used to be. Last year I lost a lot of weight quickly. Not in a good way. It was from stress. But after I lost the weight, I felt nice and close. But when I looked at my body, like myself in front of the mirror, like naked, I didn't like it. It was too skinny. I had lost, certain parts of me that now I find kind of nice. So it's what you're used to for sure,
Yeah.
And like at what age how you want to look. And I think it's dangerous how, like, I don't want to always bring like woman things, like the female perspective of everything, but that's why I'm here, I think. And like on social media, the skinnier you are, the nicer it looks. Like it's always about that, right? Like,
yeah, I think the most important thing is to keep your image of how you view yourself in your own head.
Yeah.
To you. That's it. Don't compare to anybody else.
Yeah.
Right?
And that's really hard because you see people, but then you also can follow people who are honest and show you that there are video editing programs where they put that on their body and it makes their waist look smaller. And that's just so nasty because there's little kids who are maybe a little in their little chubby state, and maybe they've had a bad diet during childhood. I don't know, whatever it may be, or their genetics. And they're looking at other girls or guys and they're like, wow, like, how come I can't get like that? And then they work really hard and they can't get there.
Yeah.
And it's all in the editing of the photos and the videos. Like, I didn't know you can edit videos.
Yeah.
There's like these programs, this girl on Instagram shows it. I don't remember her name. My cousin sent it to me. She's just standing and she's fit. She looks great. And then she puts the editing on. And it makes her waist really thin. It gives her bigger hips. Like, it's crazy.
That's insane.
Yeah, it gets rid of her tummy. Like, she has a little bit more chest. Like, that's crazy. Whoever made that, like, you're insane.
Just go watch music videos, hip hop videos in the 1990s.
Real, when people looked real?
When people were real, yeah.
Yeah. And
mainly real.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, what's important is your health. And how healthy you're being, and you're not abusing a certain type of food. And I can say, for instance, myself, I love sugary and sweet things. So I try to, limit myself to that. So like last night when I got a huge, like big jug of chocolate milk, I didn't drink the whole thing. I had a little bit of it,
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to not live and like not enjoy anything.
Yeah.
You have to live your life, but in balance, like
exactly.
Or you're gonna lose your hair if you don't eat any carbs, and you know what I mean. Like people
really?
like
You can
cut
lose your hair?
Yeah,
Sure.
your hair. If you cut carbs, a lot of women start losing hair. Like a lot of Persian women who stop eating rice because we eat so much rice, they lose half of their hair. A lot of people on keto,
That's
women
crazy.
lose their hair.
Wow.
Yeah. So
That's insane.
just be careful. Don't do everything you see online. Maybe everything in balance, I would say.
Everything in balance.
Yeah.
Life in balance.
Life in general.
Yeah. Yeah. I think, yeah, that was well said.
Yeah. We hope you
Well
guys
said.
enjoyed. Do you have anything else to say?
No, I mean, there's so much
Yeah.
we could say. Just, yeah, keep your head up. Don't ever get discouraged about this stuff. Just work at it.
Yeah.
Keep trying.
I get discouraged
trying.
too, and I just
So
try
do
to
I,
keep
yeah.
going. Yeah. And we can encourage each other. We do that. James does that a lot. I'm going to do that for you too, because now, I mean, you're not going to be as busy in the winter, so you can
Now I
wait
can
for me
focus
and then
more, yeah.
we can go together after work. But when it's busy, it's a little difficult. But
Yeah.
we're lucky because when you're busy, I'm not working, right?
Yeah.
And then when I'm still working, not busy, but working, you're not busy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nice.
So we can make it work.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for listening, you guys.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, let us know what kind of activities you guys enjoy and like what you found helpful for you. Maybe it'll help us too. We just shared ours to kind of let you know. And now James is going to go make us some beef Korean bowls.
Yes, sir.
They're so good. Last time he made it with
love
rice.
cooking.
This time I'm going to, instead of rice, I didn't tell you, I'm going to have the spring mix and Brussels sprouts.
What am I going to eat?
You can eat we can make rice for your bowl. I'm just saying I'm not going to eat rice. Watch me eat the whole thing.
Yeah, she's going to. I'm
Freaking
not going to have
love
rice.
rice.
I'm going to have to eat it on spring mix.
No.
Get out of here.
I wouldn't do
You snake?
I
if
never
you
do that.
Yeah.
What?
Yo, the funniest thing is, Tina.
What?
No,
when have I fed you? When have you ever ate spring mix?
When you shoved it down my throat and said you have to eat this or you're going
I
to
make
flip
him-
out.
This means I made him a salad. That's what that means. Shoved them down his throat.
Always so violent with
freak.
her spring mix. Yo, real quick before we go, every time I have something
Liza
delicious and
Minnelli
she's
over
not
here.
going to eat it, I always leave it there. If I leave it there and I come back, there's a little tiny bite out of it.
Yeah.
It's
If it's like bread or little chips.
It's the cutest thing ever. Okay, guys. Love you.
Yeah, we love you. Thank you for listening and have a good rest of the day. See you tomorrow morning at my wall Pilates class. No, I'm
Peace
kidding.
out.
Bye.